Hi everyone, so this is Sparkling Rose here, and I'm going to be talking about all the books that I have on Wicca for beginners. What books I recommend on reading when you're first starting off down the path of Wicca. Um, uh, Two of the authors would have to be Scott Cunningham. He's a very, very good author, and he is like the best, I'd have to honestly say. Another author that I have is Silver Ravenwolf, and Silver Ravenwolf, everyone thinks is a fluffy bunny, and I do have to agree on some extent that she is a bit of a fluffy bunny. But when you don't know what you're doing, I think her books are basically good enough. If you don't know what you're doing and if you don't know that much about Wicca at all and you're just starting off on this path, then honestly, just read some of her books because they're good. They really are. They have a lot of information, and so here are the books that I recommend. The first book that I recommend is Solitary Witch. And this is really, really good. This basically has all the information that you need. It has a lot of information in this just one book. I really did enjoy reading this book. It was a nice book. It has lots of information. And one tip when you're reading books on Wicca is to have these little sticky things right here. You can get them at Walmart. They're actually really cheap. I got them only $1 at Walmart. And if you find something that interests you or something that's important, I would put a little sticky, I wouldn't say a sticky note, but basically that's what it is, kind of ish. So that's what I recommend when you're reading the books. And also, I would also take a highlighter and highlight the things that you find more that sparkle to you, that are more important to you, the things that are more important, the things that you need to know, that you feel that you should highlight. That's one good tip that I recommend that you should do when you're reading Wicca, because there's a lot of information in all of these books that I'm going to show. And, yeah, I really do recommend that, because that's going to help you. But anyways, I really did enjoy this book. I think this is a great book to start off with when you're, going down the path of Wicca, and you don't know what to do, and so on and so forth. So this is one of the books that I like. Another book that I like, that's, of course, by Silver Ravenwolf, is To Ride a Silver Broomstick. Every single book is different in some way. This book shows more divination stuff, I would have to say, in my opinion. This book, at least, To Ride a Silver Broomstick, this shows like every single meaning of the tarot deck, like the Fool, the Fourth of Cups. It explains every single card. And from what I've read in both books that I have, the two of the books that I have from her, I haven't read any. She hasn't explained the meaning of the cards, every single card of the tarot deck. So this is a really good book. So that's one of them that I recommend. Another book that I recommend by her would have to be Teen Witch, and this is a really good book. I really did enjoy reading this book too as well, because every single book she writes is different. I'm not going to say her opinion has changed, but she explains more things where you're like, oh, I didn't know that. So this is another good book that I like from her. Another book that I recommend is by Scott Cunningham. It's called Wicca, A Guide for the Solitary Practitioner. I got this at a rummage sale for like $1 or like 50 cents. So, yeah. I think this is actually my first Wicca book. So I really like this book. This is a really good book for beginners, of course. Yeah, I just really liked it, and you should read it. That's basically all the books that I would have to recommend for beginners. I do have to say there's another book. I think it's actually, but that's what it's called, Wicca for Beginners, but the author slips my mind right now. It's like Wicca for Beginners, and it has like a forest in the background on the cover. And it's a really good book. I also wanted to show you some books that I got today at the bookstore that I found were really nice, and it gives me more information on things. I've been really into my crystals lately, and I can also do a haul on my crystals. I don't mind that, because I have a lot of crystals. I think I have like 17 or 18 of them. I'm not sure. But, so I really wanted to get a book about gems and like gem magic or stone magic and things like that of nature. And so I got this book. It's called Gem Magic, basically, and it's by Cornelia M. Parkinson. And I just got it because this was the only book that they had about gem magic. So, so I'm not really sure what to expect when I read this, because I just got it today. But I'm very excited to read this. So, because I really want to know more information about every single stone there is. So, yeah, I'm very excited to read that book. Another book, which is by Scott Cunningham, is called Magical Herbalism. I love my herbs. I'm a Virgo, and my element is earth. And so I know my herbs. Like, well, I shouldn't have said that. But I really like herbs. I like dealing with them. They just click to me for some reason, and so do gems. So, I can't wait to read this book as well. Yeah, I can't wait to read this book as well. But that's basically it. That's all I really have to show you for my haul. I really do hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope I gave out some really good tips and some really good suggestions of reading material, some books that you should read if you're going down the path of Wicca and you need to learn more about it. And honestly, the more you read, the more you know, and the more successful at the more successful you will be in your craft. And so, but you also want to, as you learn, you also want to do rituals as well, because if you read, then you have to do. So you also have to do that and keep that in mind. But anyways, I think that's about it. If you have any questions or concerns, just pop down a comment or a message. If you would like to see my collection of gemstones, just leave a comment below, and I will do a gem haul or my gem collection. So that'll be exciting. I think I might as well just do that. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a great day. Bye, everyone. Blessed be.